CMU actually launched my career, helped me launch my career. Being what they call a non-traditional student, I had been away from college for, let's just say, a couple decades. And I ended up here in the Grand Valley for a variety of reasons. And I ended up driving a cab for a while, which was, it was a good little job, but I knew it wasn't what I wanted to do. And I thought back as to what I want to do with the rest of my life, and I've always loved to cook. So I said, hey, I know there's a college here in town, let me call them up. And I called up, and the person who answered the phone directed me to Dan Kirby out of the culinary program we have here. And Dan didn't know me from Adam, but he said, Lee, come on in the next day. And I spent 3 hours with him the next day just talking. Cooking had something to do with it, and I enrolled the next day. 90% of my students come from the culinary program at CMU. We hire interns there, but we have a paid internship program. We've had some people last me for their entire college thing here. I can think of one lady who ended up being an RA on campus, but after she graduated the program, and the only reason she left, she had to get a real job. We're still small out here because it is Western Colorado. We're just expanding now, but the students that I get from the culinary school, they're halfway trained already, which is nice. I don't have to explain to them that, okay, there's 48 teaspoons in an ounce, or a cup. I mean, sorry, John. Things like that. And the school prepares them in kind of a discipline, okay? They have the knife skills when they come in. We don't do a lot of knife skills with the baking, and they know because of our reputation that I'm from the school, and I expect certain things, and I've never had a disappointment. But the students just come in with a willingness to learn, a willingness to work. I've had nothing but greatest things to do with the students from CMU. You take a look at Chef John and Chef Wayne out there. They're both award-winning chefs. I think John just won the ACF Colorado Chef of the Year award out here. Wayne's been successful all over the country. I think he's president of the Colorado chapter now of ACF. And Dan Kirby's just done everything out there. The fact that they're willing to take a not-so-young student and work with them out there is, I think, a tribute to their professionalism and what they can see in people. I didn't see some of the things in me that they saw. And for whatever reasons, again, they put up with it. I can't stress the patience they have with dealing with people like that. I still stay in touch with them, not weekly, but at least twice or 3 times a month I'm in touch with them. Whether it be, what do you think about this recipe? Or what do you think about this? And I still bounce them off. They're still part of my tasting boards, okay? I think they're gonna be contacts I keep the rest of my life. They also got me into preparation. They got me into learning what it's gonna take to really take this to the next level. I spent some of the best 3 years of my life at the culinary program, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be in business. The way this school works with their students, okay? I have recommended students to come here to this school, and the fact that they can work with anything from a bright-eyed freshman student coming in from the plains of Kansas, some jaded guy came in from New Jersey after he'd been in school for about 40 years, shows me that there's nothing they can't do. Okay, the staff, the faculty, the student body here, I think it's second to none. This school's great. I mean, they'll work with you. It's not cut and dried. If they see something in you, they'll work with you and give you one of the best educations I think you can get.